Hello, everyone. Um, we are late to the party, aren't we, TJ?
Yeah, we're just barely getting in there.
We are, and of course, last minute camera issues, all that other stuff. But we were determined we were gonna get the um the March releases done, even if it is gonna be a video as opposed to the live stream. But we're committed.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I'll be honest, I have had some stuff going on, so I've been a bit out of the loop and not kept up as much with what is going live. It sounds to me like there's a lot of stuff that's going live on that site today
Yes. There
or
is.
tonight, I guess.
Yeah, there is quite a lot, and it actually, is a little bit good because we had some last minute news come in. So it's not the end of the world that we're doing it this close to the release date because we do have some stuff to talk about.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, let's we'll do our fun little transition things and we will get started on the first one. So here we go. We are going to start with icons.
I'm gonna make us a full screen. Actually, no, I'm not gonna make us a full screen. That's not it. That's not right. There it is. No, it isn't. We're even recorded show, we're still we're still figuring it out. But
This is one take. Whatever
yeah,
whatever it
one
stays
take.
in, whatever it is.
Yeah. So for icons, there are two sets coming out. The more reported on of the two is the medieval town square. I'll actually open it up in a new tab so we can get a better look at it.
Yeah.
Can spend a little bit of time on this one.
This is
So
our second goat, right?
yes, this is our second goat this year. It's right there,
Yes.
the gray goat. Not sure if there's a better picture of it on the page. Let's find out.
Well, we talked a little bit about this one before.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
with the rumors and such.
with the rumors. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Yeah. But this, of course, is it officially revealed. And
yes.
goat's been a big talking point. Another is this torso, which is part of the Wolfpack faction, one of the castle
Mhm.
factions from I think the 90s. So
Nice.
when that hits bricks and pieces, I'm sure it's going to be popular, just like all of the other uh, castle faction
Oh,
pieces that have popped up.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, no, there's some great figures. It's got like a cute, fun little story going on. Um, Yeah, I think and of
Yeah.
course, I keep bringing up I've been playing Baldur's Gate. It is one thing I do kind of try to find a little time to unwind with, but, it just feels so on point right now.
Yeah. Now this is really good. Really good set. Of course, the retail price is 230 and you can only get it on the first if you are an insider. So if you aren't an insider,
Insider.
you have to wait until the 4th of March. Think this is going to be a pretty hot seller. It's going to be interesting to
I
see
can
how
imagine.
well it sells.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. I may get this eventually. It won't be a day one, but it's on my radar. It's on my list. It made it to the
Yeah.
list, so.
Yeah.
And then the other icons here is this McLaren MP4 something or other. I don't know too much about cars, so I can't tell you too much about this, but 80 bucks for this. I'll open it in a new tab since it's the only other icon set here. It's got who is this? Who is this figure? Lego doesn't tell me. Lego won't tell me who the figure is.
Well, he has a picture. Is that a
Yeah, this
sticker?
it looks like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Nicole Girl Bricks a lot. She I think she did a review of the set talking about it, so and she has a bit more car knowledge, so she's probably the one to go to for information about this.
Nice. Yes. So
Yeah.
we refer you to Girl Bricks a lot for more
Yeah.
information on
Over
this,
on
car set.
over on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah. But 80 bucks looks like a decent deal for this. Very, very cool.
If I
And
was
even
into
the
cars and racing, I think I'd be excited.
yeah, this is good for people who are into this sort of thing. It's got a printed helmet and everything. Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. All right. So next up, because that's all of icons, there's only two. Next up, we have Disney.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
We're not ready.
we're not ready?
No, we gotta do the transition.
All right.
Get with it. Come on, TJ. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All
Here we
right. So
are.
up next, Disney.
Disney. So we'll go in depth with this one. This is another big one, $220. So, and
Okay.
similar kind of
So
style to the medieval town square. So, could be a
yeah,
competitor.
yeah. So
Yeah,
okay. Well, okay, no. It's
kind
not a
of.
competitor.
It's
And
in
here's
those.
why.
They're in the same realm, but
Yeah, but Disney fanatics are very different from your medieval castle people.
this is true.
So, and the reason I bring that up is because I got a Slack from a coworker today that was
Hmm.
like, "I'm buying this at midnight."
Nice.
Like, immediately, they're like, "I'm buying this." Yeah, now, as I recall, and correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there, uh, like, basically a Snow White cottage that was submitted for ideas and got rejected?
Yes, there was, and I saw somewhere someone was doing a comparison of this and the Ideas Project. It did look a little bit similar,
Uh-huh.
but of course, the Ideas Project was fully enclosed,
Mhm.
and this is not.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So, but I feel like there were rumors at the time that it was because there was already one in the works.
yeah, that might have been going around. Yeah, yeah, but of course, very detailed. Interesting use of the heart piece. That's kind of cool
That's
with the
very cute.
chairs. Yeah,
What's with that exposed brick up there, though? That's a little wonky.
which one? Up here?
Like, in the I obviously, I can't point on your screen, but in that center part where you've got the plates that you can
Oh, these?
see, a little farther over to your l to yeah, up. See, you could
Oh,
see,
these?
like, the
Oh,
yeah,
like the plates and everything?
yeah, the
No
exposed
idea.
plates.
It's probably just
Yeah.
the back of whatever this front roof portion is. Yeah, so, like,
Yeah,
it's the back of
but if you're
that.
gonna make it open and if it's gonna like,
Yeah.
I don't like that personally.
Yeah, it doesn't look the greatest. It works better over here because this is a more unified color scheme, but I think the yellow in particular kinda pops
Well,
out of it too
yeah,
much.
and it's off to the side, it's kind of like, if you're looking straight on, but that just, like, is right in my face.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, Snow White
Wishing well.
and the prince and, gosh, I don't know the Snow White lore, it's been so long. And the
Oh,
villain.
she
Yeah.
eats the poison apple
Yeah, so these
and
3 are no
dies.
longer exclusive to their respective sets.
Uh-huh.
I think these 2 were in the Disney Castle, the latest one, and this one was in the Villains Icons,
Mhm.
but I don't mind that, I think it works. Makes sense to have these 3 characters in, so and of
Yeah,
course, you have all 7 dwarves.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
for people who are fans of Snow White, I mean, this is gonna be huge.
Yeah, yeah, this is pretty cool set. Yeah. Alright, let's do the rest of the Disney. I'm not gonna go as in-depth with the rest of them, but we have Buildable Stitch for
That's cute.
$65. Yeah, pretty cute. I've been seeing a few people on Twitch build this.
That's
Looks pretty
cute.
cute, yeah. And then we have Isabella's flower pot.
That okay, so first off, I'm super happy to start seeing more, around Encanto because that's a fantastic movie.
Mhm.
Um, that's super awesome. Also, I am trying to think if we've had Isabella as, like, I know when they did the storybooks, we have like the micro doll,
Let me
right? I
look
don't know
right
if we
now.
I I'm trying to
We
figure out if
haven't.
okay, good, because I didn't think she came with the Madrigal house, which I have. It's just behind me. I'd have to go digging through and look to see if that figure's in there, but I didn't think we had her.
Yeah, no, this is her first mini doll appearance.
Nice. Nice. That
Very
makes it
cool.
worth it kind of right there.
Yeah. And we have go over to this one quickly. We have Mirabelle's photo frame and jewelry box. So I remember when they said Dots was retiring, they said they'd kind of
Mhm.
continue it in other themes. So we're seeing that here with Disney.
Yeah, I wonder if part of that was just that when it was themed under dots, like people just didn't make the Lego connection as
Yeah.
much. Um, because this is definitely something that I think previously we would have just seen as a dots theme. Well, although I don't think the dots themes came with minifigures or mini dolls or anything. So,
No,
uh,
they didn't. At least I don't
yeah,
think
so
they
I
did.
like this. I think this is nobody needed to be afraid that all those pieces were going away.
Yeah. Yeah. And $30 looks like a fair deal. And 40 for the flower pot is very nice as well. And you could also just buy this as a regular flower pot too.
That's
Even
true.
if you know nothing about Encanto.
Although you
It
should see
looks
it.
nice. Yes. Yes.
Just saying.
And then we have two Duplo sets. We have this Frozen Duplo set, also in Bruni in the Enchanted Forest,
Oh,
and
well, the
then
Bruni's adorable.
a Cars Duplo set of all things, Mac at the
Oh,
Race. So,
oh, cute.
yeah, $20 for this, $30 for this. Pretty cool sets. Not in
All
either of
right.
our age range, but cool. All
Well,
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I might want a Mac.
Yeah.
You know, Cars is a great movie, the first one.
Oh yeah, Cars is great.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do the transition. And now we are on to Star Wars.
Yes, Star Wars. Now, Here's here's what I did the other day. I stopped by Meijer, it's a grocery store chain in the Midwest of the United States, and I spotted some of these sets on shelves, including this one, including this R2-D2.
Really? Some early,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, some early sets. Pretty cool
Nice.
stuff to see. So we have 5 sets coming for Star Wars. We'll start with we have buildable R2 for $100, which is an interesting choice because there's already the UCS R2 for 240. That's also out there. And I think this one's going to be much more popular than UCSR2.
True, true. Even though he's totally overrated.
Yeah, I mean, R2 is a good droid, but he is a bit overrated.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's like maybe number 3. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. And then, of course, the big draw for R2 is the Darth Malik minifig. In fact, let me get in a little bit closer. Wait for that to load. See if we can. There he is. This is the draw for some of the Star Wars minifigure collectors and things. Darth
Yes.
Matlock, for
Yes.
those who don't know, is a Sith Lord from the Knights of the Old Republic game. He was the apprentice to Darth Revan, but he betrayed Revan and took over their Sith Empire for himself. And then I believe a redeemed Revan had to fight his way back to defeat Darth Malik.
Now, I don't think you have to be redeemed in that game, if I recall.
I don't actually remember. I've never actually played Knights of the Old Republic. I just know that Darth Malik ends up defeated in the end.
Yeah, the only reason is I my husband played this and I I don't want to spoil anything, but I think he was very he took the news a different way and
Mm.
he went a different way with his character.
Mm. Yeah. No, it's been a while since this game was released, so I feel like spoilers are okay.
Okay, but no, and here's why. because they have this is if I'm not mistaken, this is the one they've been trying to remake.
That is true. They have been trying to remake it.
Um, it was supposed to be in fact, it was probably the only reason I was gonna buy a PlayStation because I think it was only gonna be on the PlayStation.
Ooh,
Um, but, it's been in turmoil, there's been drama around that, which is not for this channel. But yeah, so definitely no spoilers.
yeah, yeah. But Darth Malak is a villain from that game. And he's now here as a
Nice.
minifig, which means that Darth Revan polybag that came out back in 2014, 2015, somewhere around there, it shot way back up
Of course.
because you need the pair, Revan and Malik. And then we'll jump down to here, kind of in the 25th anniversary figure range. We have the Boarding the Tantu 4 set,
Yeah.
which is a little playset, kind of like the Dark Trooper attack,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a little
very
bit bigger.
yeah, it looks a
Yeah.
lot like it.
And the one of the draws for this one is they don't have a picture of him. They don't have a picture of him on his own, but it's ARC Trooper 5s in minifig form for the first time,
Nice.
which is very cool. And he does have a printed face. They don't have that in the
Nice.
images here, but he does have one.
Mhm. Which is important because you can't
Yes,
I feel like you can't do even though they're all clones, I get it, but you can't have a named clone and then not give him a face print.
exactly. He's got to have a face print.
Yes.
Yeah, a unique face print that is. If he has one in his design, then he needs a unique face.
Yeah.
And then, of course, rest of the figs, 2 stormtroopers, 2 rebel troopers, Captain Antilles, and Darth Vader. All very good figs. And then I don't know if it's going to show it here. It does not show it here, but the way you connect these up, because you can connect them up, is you kind of turn the other one 180 degrees
Mhm.
so that the back of the build is facing you and you connect them together that way, which is an interesting
Interesting.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah. With the Dark Trooper, um, I actually did one where, there were some rebrickables, and mine required 3 copies of it, and it creates this really awesome fully enclosed, like, hall with, like it's very cute because it actually has a little place for you to, like, put your camera so you can do, like, really cool
Ooh,
pictures and stuff,
nice.
like, if or movie, I suppose, if you wanted to record the little movie of of Luke coming around in the elevator thing, but I'm curious to see what people do with this with rebrickable as well. Although, this is more expensive than the Dark
Yeah.
Trooper one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. This is about $30 more expensive, I believe, or 20,
Probably
something along
20.
those. Yeah, 20.
So it's
Yeah.
less likely for people to do as much because, getting, like, more than one is not
Yeah.
necessarily cheap.
I feel like
Um
this is one where if people want to do a multi-build of it, they're gonna wait for discounts on their second or
Oh,
third
for sure,
copies. Yeah.
for sure.
Or perhaps with their other copies, sell the fives minifig to kind of get some of the value
Offset
back
well,
because
yeah, because I
yeah,
mean, how many of those do you need?
yeah, yeah. And I have a feel some people are going to buy this set purely for the fives minifig, but there are going to be others who just want to buy the fives fig on their own. So
So, those people just need to get together. For the
yeah,
ones who want
exactly.
the multiple sets, and the ones who just want the minifig and, like, work something out.
Yeah. But 55 I feel is a fair deal for this. Very, very cool set. And then the other 3 Star Wars sets are part of the Starship Collection. It has an official name now.
Mhm,
The Millennium Falcon, which is $85, the Tantive
mhm.
4, which is $80, and the Invisible Hand, which is $50.
No minifigs, right?
No minifigs. So these go in the same kind of scale as the Executor Super Star Destroyer that came out last year.
Yeah.
And these all include a 25th anniversary brick as well as their printed plaques and everything. So pretty nice. I did see the
Yeah.
Tantive 4 box. I didn't see the other 2 in stores at Meijer,
Mhm.
but I did see Tantive 4. The box is it's thicker than most boxes, but it is a bit small.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Interesting.
yeah, that has kind of been the sentiment I've seen around the community is that the Tantive 4 is a bit small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I, for one, am very excited about the Invisible Hand. That is a ship I've wanted in Lego form for about a decade. So I'm very happy that they've made it.
I I hope this means we get the Mantis.
Yes, that'd be great.
I really want the Mantis. So
Yeah.
and, I've spoke a bit before about how, like, the ships are cool and all, but it's gotta be meaningful to me. So if they make the Mantis at some point, like, it's on.
Yeah. No,
But
the
I'm excited because I feel like this, like, opens the opportunity for, "Oh, well, let's make a Mantis."
yeah, it's kind of like making ships that couldn't really be made in the play scale, I suppose. Like you could
Mhm.
make a Mantis play scale, but that ship does seem a little bit big for a play scale, and I feel like other
Yeah,
ships would be more likely to take its slot, but in this scale, I
yeah.
think it'd work a lot better.
Well, and this is very specifically a collector display,
Yeah.
right? And so, yes, kids want to play with the Millennium Falcon, you know, and certain ships. They want to, like, act out the battles and stuff like that. But for ships that, like, for instance, with the Mantis, if you haven't played Jedi Survivor or the other game, um, you don't even know what this is. So it's a low cost investment on Lego's end, I feel like, to get um a small version of this ship and get those people who are, like the collectors.
Yeah. I do also feel like the Fallen Order and Survivor games are more targeted towards adults anyway. I mean, I'm sure kids play them as well, but I feel like the Mantis would sell better to an adult market, to a
Probably.
yeah, to a
Well, and
collector
again,
market.
these are display sets.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
you know, I like, my kid does not believe in display sets. She does not understand why I don't take them down and play with them.
Yeah. No, I think younger TJ would not understand why older TJ just lets his sets collect dust. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so that's all the Star Wars coming out.
That's Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
All right then. Let's do our transition again. All right, and here we are, Harry Potter.
Yes. Several Harry Potter sets. Looks like 8 Harry Potter sets.
Nice.
I think the most talked about one has to be the Sorting Hat, the talking Sorting
I
Hat.
was gonna say the
Yeah,
talking, which
it's
we saw this a year ago.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
with the leaks and all that. But
Yes,
now it
this
is
was not a
finally here.
surprise.
Yeah. And of course, it has the sound brick inside it. And that's technology, and that is, of course, impacted the price, which is why it's $100 for 561 pieces. But I think it's a worthy compromise.
Does
I
it
do,
Okay, so it has the sound brick, like,
yeah,
have you heard it yet? How does it sound?
yeah, I have. It sounds all right. I've heard it on a couple reviews, and all the pieces are printed as well. So we do
Okay.
so like these, which I think people were worried about were stickers.
Yeah.
Those are prints. I
Does the
believe they
mouth
are.
move? Does anything move in it, or is it just a sound
Yes,
brick?
I believe the mouth does move. There's little
Oh,
movements you can
good lord, this is nightmarish.
see. Mute the volume. It did, yeah. So you can press down on it
Oh, okay.
and move it,
That's not
and
so bad?
yeah, that's one way to get the sound to activate. They don't actually play the sounds in this video, which is why I muted the volume.
Yeah.
So you can do the sound in there, or you can
Uh,
place it on top of your head, like this person's doing now,
oh, good lord.
and you can also hear the sound there. I forget how many. It may say it down here. 31
31.
randomized sounds. I believe there is a song somewhere in there
Oh,
in one
goodness.
of those sounds. So, and there's I forget whose review I was watching. Might have been Gene's version's review. But there were some pretty cool features on the inside of the build, little Easter eggs and things, which is
Oh, like
very
for Harry
nice.
Potter fans?
Yeah, for Harry Potter fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
On yeah. I mean, there's a part of me that, like, just to get that sound brick.
yeah. I mean, it's $100 is a lot for what this
Yeah.
is, but I think it's a much fairer value than people were initially thinking.
Who's the figure with the hat? Is that
That's
Harry?
Harry Potter. It's
Just
a Harry
making sure.
Potter fig. Yeah, and I think I think he's got an exclusive face print. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't followed the Harry Potter figs, but he's got like a face print with his eyes closed.
Okay.
Yeah. And then let's see other Harry Potter sets. We have Hagrid's Hut, An Unexpected Visit. What makes this Hagrid's Hut different is that it's based on the Hagrid's Hut from the first two movies, because apparently the design changed in the third movie. So
Oh.
it is a little different.
I
Very,
gotta
very
be
cool.
honest, I did not pay that much attention.
Yeah, I only found out about it as people were talking about it.
I
So,
didn't even realize that Dumbledore actor had changed until
oh my.
they told us. I was like, "Oh, different?"
Yeah, so 75 for this. Again, I think it's a fair value. You get Fang and you get Norbert. Get the trio,
Yeah.
you get Hagrid, get Malfoy. Pretty solid set, and if you don't have a Hagrid's Hut, it's perfect. That's kind of the thing with the Harry Potter sets for the most part. It's like if you don't have a previous version of this, it's a lot better
Mhm.
of a buy. Whereas if you already
Yeah.
do, you could kind of go either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's Brickheads here. Seems Prisoner of Azkaban Brickheads. Sirius, Hermione, Harry, Patronus, and a Dementor. Pretty solid lineup.
Nice.
Down here we have the Owlry with Harry Potter and Cho Chang. I don't believe we've ever gotten the Owlry in set form before, so it's cool to
Oh,
see.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the Hogwarts Castle Boathouse for 38. Owlry is 45, by the way. I didn't say that earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing this is hinting at a more builds, like another Great Hall build or something like that to come in a future
Yeah.
Harry Potter wave because there's no way they have this build sit on its own. There's going to be. We have the Forbidden Forest magical creatures with
Nice.
Hermione and Ron. Has a few different creatures, so it's like a little creatures parts pack, creature battle pack.
Creature battle pack.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
yeah we have
I'm
Hedwig.
sorry, that owl.
Yeah, it's an interesting owl build for $20.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Sorry, I can't help it.
got a few little
Oh,
brick built
that's
accessories here.
that scrolled into view and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. I feel like
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if these prints or anything are exclusive. I'm assuming
Mhm.
if they are, that kind of draws in some more fans, but
Yeah.
I don't know about that owl.
Oh, poor Hedwig. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
And then we have the Flying Ford Anglia, which they've done before, but I believe this is a slightly lighter blue. It's a different shade of blue than they've done before, and it matches the
Mhm.
color better. And open it in a new tab because this is pieces. It's interesting, at least to me. Um, that's a new slope piece. It's like that, that grill slope,
Oh. Uh-huh.
except
But
without the
without the
grills.
grill.
Yeah, So
Nice.
I'm looking forward to see how many more sets that comes in. But that's
Mhm,
a good piece. Yeah. People have been like saying like, "Oh, this is Harry Potter's Luke's land speeder and all that," but
mhm.
I think they did a good job with this. If you don't own this car, nice little Harry Potter set to get. I feel like a lot of the cars in the past have been put in higher price brackets because they've been part of some other build. So
Yeah.
having it on its own is rather nice.
Yeah. That's super cute.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all the Harry Potter sets. Quite a
That's
few
the
sets
Harry
coming in.
Potter.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's do our thing.
Now for Ninjago.
Jump up, kick back, whip around and spin. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's I don't even know if that's the right
Nope,
words, but I think so.
that is right. Those are the right
Yes, I
words.
got it.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so we have how many? 7
Oh my gosh, is
Ninjago
that a
sets.
spoiler?
We're gonna get into, like, some minor spoilers, but I don't think we have
Damn it.
major
You know
spoilers.
what?
It
I'm gonna have to deal with it. I've committed to
Yeah.
doing these releases. I'm gonna have to look at spoilers. Damn it.
I mean, there's not much I can tell you about this season other than a few clips that have dropped on the YouTube channel, so there's not much I can spoil for you.
Okay, but that looks
And
cool. Let's look at
yeah,
that.
this one?
Go over it. Click on it.
Yes.
Click on the thing. There we go.
The Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo. So this is our bad guy build.
Oh. Big
So,
picture, big picture.
yeah, big picture. Look at this.
I'm like, "Oh, that looks awesome."
Yeah, these Ninjago structure builds are always really cool. And I've seen this in the show. I might want to do a mock on it because this is nice, but this in no way captures the full shape of the temple. This is
Oh,
more
I'm
of a
I'm sure.
facade, like the Temple of Fortitude was, like their set
Yeah.
was. But the actual temple has a bit more depth to it. So
Oh, well, yeah, but this
yeah,
looks
yeah, this
it
still looks
looks
great.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did a great
Yeah.
job.
No, I love the colors. Like, I love the colors. These are
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, love all this stuff. And this
Oh, yeah.
arena is separate, so it's
Mhm.
not attached to the main build. Makes it easier to put this places because you don't have an arena hovering in the middle.
Yeah.
Here's the back. You have all these fun features. The standard trap door, of course.
Ooh,
In any tall temple, there's a trap door.
makes sense.
Yeah, a little way to climb up and lots of fun stuff. Here's all the figs. Yeah.
Ooh.
So Ninjago Wave, the only of these new suits, they're called the climber suits.
Wait, where's
Kai's
my dude?
he's in another set, don't you worry. He's not in
Why
this
is
set.
he not in here?
Well, Jay's not in here either. So they
Oh?
scatter them around.
No, where's Cole?
They scatter them around the sets. He's in another set.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But
I don't like it.
for the climber suits, all of the ninja are exclusive to one set except for Kai. This suit for Kai appears in 3 sets. All of the other ninja only get 1. So if you're a Lloyd, Nia, or Zane fan, this is the only set the climber suit comes in. So yeah.
Well, I'm not. I'm a Cole
Yeah.
fan. I'm mad.
Yeah. But for the fig collectors, yeah, that's the deal. Yeah. Yeah, and you can slide down these. Very, very cool.
I want it.
Yes. And then another one. So that one was
Cole in it?
$120. This one's $120.
Oh, good lord.
This one's also
Oh,
$120,
good
but
lord.
a very different set comparatively.
Yeah.
The
No, it's oh,
Dragonstone Shrine.
gosh.
This is the this is like a Ninjago botanical, I want to say.
Yeah.
Ninjago display set. This is lovely.
I don't see Cole.
Cole is not in this one either.
A
Unfortunately.
biscuit.
I Yeah, it's for this March wave, Cole, Jay, and Zane are all only in one set. So
That's some BS.
yeah. So are those are my top 3 ninja. Cole, Jay, and Zane. So
I don't know who that chick is, so
yeah, she's a spoiler. We're just not going to talk about her.
okay, we're not gonna talk about that. Sorry, I don't know
Yeah,
who that
yeah.
person is.
Well, we're just not going to go in depth. But this is a
Yeah,
very beautiful set. Lots of
it's
there's a little
pretty.
interior here. This rock piece moves. It's so great. A little hidden thing. Lloyd can hit the bookshelf. They can fight. It's wonderful. Wonderful figs. Yeah, it's lovely. So $120, another big ask for this, but,
Mm.
it's a wonderful
There's no
display set.
coal, so what's the point?
There
Hey, you know what?
Yeah,
If you hadn't got me into Ninjago, I would have just been, oh, these are such cute sets. But you got me into Ninjago, so now
I
I'm like,
mean,
where's Cole?
yeah, what is the point without a Cole minifig, if we're honest?
See?
Yeah, but, this is another really nice one. I know, a few of the influencers out there have got a special, like, box with this set. I know, Amberly, you tagged me in a post of one of them.
Yes.
With that whole
Yes.
special base plate and everything, that makes
Yes.
it look even better. I'm gonna have to try and replicate that base plate eventually. But
Hmm.
yes, very, very cool. Let's see. Kai's Ninja Climber mech. Kai's getting
That
his
means there's no
second.
Cole, so I don't care.
eh, Well, they threw in J, which for me
Whatever.
is fine. But yeah, and Wildfire.
What? Who? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you'll find out. But another mech for Kai.
Hmm.
Kai's already gotten a mech in January, so he's getting another mech in March, which is 2 mechs in the span of 3 months is a lot.
Well, the kids
But
like the mechs.
yeah, but it's very different from his other mech. 4 arms. One of them has, like, this little string to hang it from. Look, I'm gonna show you right now. You don't even need a shelf, you just need the edge of a shelf.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, so you can hang your mech and have it around. I think it's pretty good. It doesn't have bendable arms or knees,
Hmm.
which, I think some people come to expect with mechs as of late, but the designer actually made a post on his Instagram about it, and he said because of, like, the climbing feature and being able to hang and all that, it had to be sturdier for rougher play,
Yeah,
which is why
that's
there's
fair.
no or elbows or knees. I might have said arms earlier. I don't remember. But the feet do move. The feet do have some
Yeah.
posability. Not sure if there's an image that shows that, but overall, pretty good set. This is the one I'm most intrigued by,
Hmm.
and the one I'm most likely to get as a March 1st purchase,
Hmm.
just because it's different. It's intriguing. I like when Ninjago does different stuff.
Yeah.
So it's on my radar.
Nice.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool comic. Next, we have Aaron's off-road buggy car. Aaron's a new character.
Is Cole in there?
Yes.
Okay. I care.
Yeah, so this is $50 set, which I think from the images this doesn't look like a $50 set, but this is big. These wheels are big.
Okay.
I saw this box in Meyer at the store.
Hmm.
It's a fairly substantial box.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is only like what is it?
Wait, does Cole have
200.
the climber outfit on in that one?
Yeah. So this is the only set you can get Cole's climber outfit in. Yeah, so
Okay.
only 267 pieces, which isn't great, but
Yeah.
you know, they did a decent job with it. I'm interested in it, kind of. The issue for me comes less from the price and more from I've gotten buggies from Ninjago
Hmm.
before. Do I really want another one?
Yeah. Fair.
And the thing with Ninjago figs is that they're more likely to appear on Bricks and Pieces online because it's not a
Hmm.
licensed theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ninjago had, like, an instance last year when a bunch of their fig parts popped up. on
So
the.
wait, are you telling me I can build my perfect Cole?
I mean, you can build coal from whatever pieces that are available.
Just checking.
Yeah. I think there's a couple coal minifigs you can part together from Pab. And then, yeah, so it does seat 2 people. That's good.
Oh,
And
that's a
then,
change.
yeah, since we've got a bit of a bigger image here than in the previous sets, the ninja get these new hook weapon pieces, and the bad guys get this sword thing.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Yeah, Star Wars fans, we get more molded weapons.
You know, the Star Wars fan in me is pissed, but the Ninjago fan in me is totally fine.
Exactly, I feel the same way. Yeah. It's, yeah, it's not unusual. Suspension in the back. It's a little, like, Technic spring piece back there, and the
Mhm.
hook thing straps to the underneath of the car and can be deployed. I'm curious to see in the show
Does this
how
hang too?
they don't show an image of it hanging. If I end up
Okay,
getting
I was
this,
just
then I'm
curious.
going to try it out. I'm going to find out if it hangs, but
Nice.
yeah. And then we have Kai's Source Dragon Battle. That's a 4+ set. What you see what you get pretty much there, a little fire dragon.
Okay.
And then down here we have Lloyd's Elemental Power Mech. This doesn't have too many images, so I'm not going to zoom in on it, but it's in the
Mhm.
same scale as the 3 mechs that came out in January. So it's
Okay.
got that same ability to detach the arms, detach the torso, to mix and match. And it's a cheaper way to get these mech suits for Nia and Lloyd, which I like.
Yeah.
And then finally, we have the Young Dragon Ryu,
Oh, he's not a
$16.
baby anymore.
Nope, he's growing. For the record, I think when we talked about it, we talked about a leak of this. This is what I had you shield for spoilers.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's minor spoilers. There's not
Yeah.
major plot spoilers in here, but I actually, when I went to Meyer, spotted this set and I picked it up. I bought it.
Nice.
Yeah, because initially this was the only set I was going to buy March 1st. There's a
Uh-huh.
reason that's changed. We'll get into it a little bit later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a $16 dragon. Looks pretty solid. And
Nice.
Sora gets a more accurate hairpiece. The
Whatever that
hair,
is.
yeah, she's a new character, and in the first wave of sets, her hairpiece was inaccurate,
Mm,
so now they finally made it accurate, which is very nice to see.
nice.
All right, and that covers it for Ninjago. Lots of cool things. And Amberly, I can't wait for you to understand the context of all these.
Me too. Me too, although I never
Yeah,
understand why
the the
coal
new
isn't in every set.
the new season or new episodes drop April 4th, just so everyone
My
knows.
gosh, we have so much left to watch. All right, let's do the thing. So this is the rest, mostly.
Yeah, this is just more of a random themes that we can't really go as in depth about because we're not
Or
super like, well,
we
we
just don't
don't
care.
know. Yeah, we don't know as much about them, or there's just not a lot of them. So for creator, there's only 2 sets coming out.
You
This
say
fif
it so nicely, TJ.
Yeah, I do
These are the themes we don't really care about.
yeah, except for maybe creator, because creator did
Maybe.
some yeah. Creator there's not a lot of, so that's why we put it
Fair,
into
fair.
other.
Yes. So it's a little bit of this, little bit of that.
Yeah, so creator's got a red fox that can also be
Neat.
built as an owl and as a
Nowhere
squirrel.
near. Whoa,
Yeah.
that's creepy. Wait,
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, no. Is that a squirrel?
Yeah, that's a squirrel. I believe that's a
Yikes.
squirrel.
It
Yeah.
could be the
Oh,
angle, but that
opposable
scared me a
red
little.
squirrel. Here, there's another angle.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah.
I feel like the angle it made it look okay. It made it look like a robot squirrel. It's like that's scary.
Yeah, so these are pretty cool. These are cool. They did a good job. They do a good job in Creator with
Oh,
creatures.
Creator's fantastic.
Yeah,
And, I love the 3-in-1. I love the idea of, like, especially for kids, encouraging them to, you know, with the
yeah,
same pieces, showing them that you can make multiple things. I love that. I think it's a great way to get them interested.
yeah, yeah. And then we have the sea animals for $30, which is
That's cute.
also very nice. I know that my mom would have liked this. She loves turtles.
Yeah. Aw,
Yeah.
very cute.
And then yeah, little like squid and octopus and then other fish. So if you get 3 copies of this set, you can have this big aquarium of
Actually, that's what's kinda cool about this, I feel like, because with the other
yeah,
ones, like, I mean, sure, they're all, like, the same animal with the same color, but yeah, I feel like this and it's not that that's cheap, but it
it's
is at a price point where if there were 2 versions you really wanted,
yeah,
you could make that work.
yeah. I know that when they had that big create or that they had the Creator 3-in-1 castle that came out a few years ago.
Mhm.
You could buy 3 of those and connect all 3, but that's
Yeah.
$300. That's a lot.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one my husband dropped on
actually.
stream.
Yeah, yeah. The epic fail. Actually,
Yes.
looking at it now, can you can you see right there? There's a clip there.
Mhm.
There's a little bar attachment
Ah.
there.
Mhm.
Clip, bar attachment,
Do they
clip,
have
bar attachment.
like, do they
I
show
don't.
it, like, with if you had probably not.
I
They
probably
probably
not a
don't. And here's the
yeah.
thing, the reason I think they probably don't is I think it could cause consumer confusion where they
Yeah,
might think you can build all 3.
it could be misleading to the consumer, yeah.
Yeah,
Consumer may not understand that
exactly.
you only get 1. But yeah, that's cool that you can connect them all. I didn't actually know that until now.
It's nice.
Yeah. And then next up, we have this kind of random one that's in the other section of Lego. It's this carousel ride.
I didn't even
Wh-
know there was an other section of Lego.
Yeah, it's I don't if you look at like the shop
Yeah?
themes, other doesn't pop up here, so I
Oh.
think you'd probably have to go into see all themes. But yeah, you have this little carousel ride for $25. It's on a 16 by 16 base plate, which is
Mhm.
interesting, and
This
you can spin
okay,
it around.
I have a theory.
Mm,
Maybe this is supposed to be a GWP, and they're just like,
it could be.
we'll make it a set." 'Cause
Yeah,
I mean, even, like, the box reminds me of, like, a gift with purchase.
yeah. Now, but this is interesting. It's all right if you've got like all the amusement park sets that have come out over the years. This might be a good one to add into, or you could work it into another build. It's it's all right for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of there. And then we have
I
Marvel.
appreciate okay, but I do have a question, though.
Hmm,
What's with the banana peel?
that's just a new piece. I don't know why it's
Okay,
there.
but why? Like, what does it have to like,
Maybe
is there, like, some story here where, like, the mom is taking pictures of the kids and
there's
slips on the banana peel?
oh, this person has a broom. Maybe she's
Oh,
gonna
good lord,
clean
is
up the
that just
banana
so
peel.
I think it's just so they have something to sweep up.
Maybe. Well, this kid has a popsicle. He could drop the popsicle. So,
That's true, but it's
oh,
just
and
it's so random.
there's like a little waste basket over here, a little crate that
Yeah, I
the
don't think the
turtles
banana
can
peel
wait.
fits in there.
Probably if you like turn it upside down, it can kind of hang out the top. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. The- It's nice to have the new piece at least.
Of course.
Yeah, and then we have Marvel. Only 3 sets. All of them are the 4+ Spidey and Friends sets. So we have this one with the Spinner headquarters. We have that's Arnim Zola.
Well, yeah, we gotta focus on something Spider-Man related other than Madam Web.
Yeah, that's that's honestly I kind of like that.
That's
That's
cute.
kind of funny. Yeah,
Yeah, Ghost Spider.
yeah. the two Spider-Men and Iron Man.
Have we ever had an Into the Spider-Verse Lego set?
Nope, nope.
Huh,
I mean, we've gotten some of like like Spider-Ham came in a set, Spider-Man Noir came in a set, Ghost
does
Spider
it
has
count?
come in multiple sets, Miles Morales has come in multiple sets. Um,
No,
we
we
even got
need we
Spider-Man 2099 in a set once, although I think that was before Across the Spider-Verse.
yeah,
But yeah, we should get sets based on the Spider-Verse movies. Maybe when Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, that might be a good time to do it.
if it ever comes out.
Yeah,
I don't think I think the last I heard they hadn't even started it.
yeah. It gives Lego plenty of time to figure out what sets they're gonna do in the first two.
Well, that's a Sony thing, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
like, Sony would have to want to promote it this way.
And we have Spidey versus Green Goblin and the
Although,
drill.
no, it's not a okay, I think that's where the problem
Mm,
is that okay, like, long story short, Disney Marvel, MCU owns, like, I think the merchandising rights to Spider-Man
oh,
and not the movie rights, which could be
interesting.
why we're never gonna see one of those because why would they wanna do sets for a movie that they don't get money from?
Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah. But yeah, three Spidey and Friends sets. For those of you who are interested, they exist. Next up, Technic.
Oh, hold on, wait.
What?
Oh, no, wait, never mind, we
Yeah,
don't need to transition. I forgot,
yeah,
this is
no,
the rest.
we're still on the rest.
Alright, alright.
So
So,
we have
I
the
do wanna just put a disclaimer out there. Um, I I built little bit of Technic, but I don't know anything about this.
yeah,
So, it's
same.
just pretty
I
much,
barely
"Oh,
know
that looks
anything
cool."
about Technic. I built like two small sets, and that was at the recommendation of you and Girlbrooks a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, I do like. It's interesting. They have this Mercedes car here, $220 for adults. But then
Mhm.
if you go down here, you have this $27 Mercedes car. It's the same car, but it's a pullback. So this one is 7 plus and this one is 18 plus. So they're getting both the
Interesting.
child market and the adult market
Oh my gosh,
with
so
the
this
same
is so
car.
cute. So the reason I'm making this up in my head, but the reason they're doing this is so when the adult buys that one and the kid wants to play, it's like, "Oh, here's one for you. Like,
Yeah,
I'll build mine while you build yours." That's
exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have some other different Technic sets, some space. I think the space ones
Space.
were revealed a little while ago when all the space stuff was getting revealed for January. Cargo ship,
Space, the final frontier.
planet Earth and moon in orbit,
Yeah,
motorbike, a
interesting.
McLaren car, and another space thing. Yeah, know nothing about Technic. It all looks very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I mean, like, I like building Technic, but what they have to build in Technic, I don't care about.
yeah.
So,
I've always said if they did Ninjago Technic, I'd buy it. I'd at least give it a shot.
well, what would be awesome is if they did, like, some of the vehicles, like, motorized and stuff like that in
Oh
Technic for
yeah.
Ninjago. That
Oh
would
yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah. And
There's a
then
rebrickable idea.
yeah. And then Speed Champions. 4 Speed Champion sets come out. One is a 2-pack.
My
They are getting
nephews are into Speed Champions. It's their thing.
yeah, these do look pretty cool. I've been seeing Nicole's reviews of these. She's been posting them the past couple days on Instagram.
Mhm.
They're kinda making me want them. Yeah. I saw a lot of this one. at Meyer. Didn't see much of the I saw one of these two, I don't remember which one, but there was only, like, one of them left on the shelves, and then the others weren't even
Yeah,
there. Yeah, they had been there, but had clearly all been bought.
yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, these are I do like Speed Champions for the build. It is a really interesting build. I don't know, Amberly, have you ever built Speed Champions before?
I have. I had
Mm,
actually again with my nephews, because they were into it. I was like, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's." So we bought some speed champions and did building. It was fun.
yeah.
Like I said, it's just one of those things where I would build it and then I'd immediately like take it apart and put the parts in my
Yeah.
drawer.
Yeah, like, I have a bunch of them on display. I know nothing about cars, but it's a really nice build, and it has some really interesting techniques in it, and that's why I like the Speed Champions builds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because like I know a little bit about cars.
Mhm,
I mostly know about like older cars because my first car when I was, first driving was a 71 Mustang.
mhm.
Um, so, there was a lot to maintain to get that thing running on a daily basis. But like I've just never been that interested in cars in general.
Yeah. Neither have I with cars, and my first car was a Volkswagen Beetle, so, yeah. But, yeah, cool Speed Champions cars. This one is the most likely one that I'll get because I like the color, and
Mhm.
I have, like, lighter blue and a regular blue Speed Champions. I don't have a dark blue Speed Champions, and I like dark blue. So,
It's a Mustang.
yeah.
I approve.
And then next up, we'll need a transition for this one.
Ooh, 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 hoo, hoo. Hold on. Do the thing.
We
Animal
have
Crossing!
LEGO's newest theme, Animal
Mhm.
Crossing. 5 sets. Now, I know nothing about Animal Crossing, or, like, very, very little, because
I
I've
need
never
the one
played.
with Marshall in it. There he is.
Which one is Marshall?
Captain's Island
Uh,
goat tour. That's Marshall. He's so cute. He's like a little squirrel. He's on my island. I have him.
yeah.
I've played Animal Crossing, obviously. But he was one of my favorites, my villagers. I was very excited when I got Marshall.
Yeah, so there are 5 Animal Crossing sets. All of them are kind of built on the Mario bases, the bases that were introduced with the Super Mario sets.
Mhm.
So they can all connect up together underneath all these pieces here. So it's modular, so you can design your own island. You can play around with what you want, which is very cool.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's,
Marshall's adorable.
of course, the boat tour.
Uh-huh.
And we have the most expensive one is the Nook's Cranny and
Ugh,
Rosie's
yes,
house.
Nooks and Cranny, yeah, and then yeah.
Yeah,
And Rosie's adorable
75.
too, but but
Isabella's
that little
house.
trash panda,
Yeah.
that little trash panda, he extorted me for all my bells. So, whatever.
And that these two houses have interchangeable windows. You can change your window design.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Which, I mean, so that's very on brand because part of what you're have you played Animal Crossing before?
Nope.
So, I've only played the one that came out, during, came out right after the before times
Yeah.
when everything changed.
Mhm.
Um, and so part of where, Tom Nook like extorts you is like you keep getting loans to upgrade your house, right? And so
Yeah.
part of it is like you can pick like the color of the doors and the windows and stuff. So having those kind of be interchangeable, I think is on theme. And
Yeah.
Isabel's adorable. I love Isabel. And I do love the present with the balloon because in the
Oh,
game, like you're chasing those things with your little slingshot trying to get them down because there's some sort of like prize or bells or something in it.
oh, that's cool. Oh,
Yeah.
there's
Like
even a
don't
little
shoot them into
slingshot
water.
piece. There's a
Yes.
slingshot piece there, so
Of
yeah, you
course.
can
Of course. Yeah. And
simulate
do
that.
not shoot them into water. You got to be careful.
Then we have Bunny's outdoor activities and Julian's birthday party, $20 and
Yes.
$15. So
Yes.
I do like that a lot of these are on the lower end for
Yeah.
price, very accessible for younger audiences.
Yeah. Well, and then if you go to lower ones too, like so the way that the game works is that there is a little area where it while you're collecting villagers, somebody will come visit, and it is like a little tent where they come visit, and you can like court them to like live on your island. So I love that there's a little tent in
Oh,
that one. And then the Julian's birthday party. So if you log in to Animal Crossing on your birthday, they will throw you a birthday party.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they do a whole thing with cake and stuff like that. So I do love like the slight, like the little tie-ins to the game that way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I feel like it's the only time I ever log into Animal Crossing now. It's on my birthday.
Yeah, so that's the 5 Animal Crossing sets. And
Nice.
that's
Nice.
all the sets that are coming out
All right, so we need a
officially.
transition.
Yep. So this,
GWDs and or wait, sorry, I said that wrong. GWPs and promos. La la.
yes.
There we go.
So to start out,
Oh,
there's
Maple.
there's this Animal Crossing promo and this Friends polybag from last year.
That's been around for
These,
so long.
yes, you will get both of those if you spend $50 or more on Friends, Animal Crossing Creator, City, and Dreams.
Okay,
Yeah. This is, by the way, this info all comes from BrickClicker, just to
got
give
it.
just to give credit.
Yes, yes. Thank you,
So,
Brick Clicker.
yes. So those are the two polybags. Those are the $50 and those have a
Wait,
theme limit.
what's he
So you
say? Keep bricking and clicking or something, or keep clicking and bricking, or
something like that.
I don't know. Never mind. I totally like
Yeah.
just destroyed his little catchphrase. Sorry.
So of course the Friends polybag is there, but I think this is going to be the bigger draw. Is
Oh
this
yeah,
polybag?
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that the other Friends one was at Target a few months back. So
Ah. Yeah. So this is going to be desired by people, I feel. And $50, I mean if you do what? You do a couple of these Animal Crossing set, you get like Isabel's house visit, one
dude,
of
you do
these
the one, you
3.
got it.
Yeah, if you can just do this one, you can do this one and any one of these.
Hmm.
You can do all 3 of these.
Hmm.
Yeah. So pretty attainable. And if there's stuff from the other themes, because the only other theme to have new stuff coming out is Creator. So if
Hmm.
there's stuff from City or Friends or Dreams that you haven't gotten yet, can
Yeah,
easily add that in. Yeah.
yeah,
Especially for City and Friends, because there was a lot of stuff that released January 1st. So,
that's true. Oh my gosh, that was so
yeah.
much.
And then the other GWP is this, the Flower Store. So this is it's the sequel to Houses of the World. We now have, this isn't the official name, but it's Stores of the World.
The worst of the world.
That's what I'm calling it at least.
Nice.
So for this one, you have to spend $200 to get it on anything. So that's what this is. And then let's see. There's a it's a here's the back. I think a lot of stickers.
Hmm.
Lots of stickers. But yeah, I do like this better than any of the houses of the world, I'll be honest. And
Yeah,
200 is better than 250.
yeah.
It's still a lot though.
So, like something like this, like I would not spend $200 to get this. If it just so happened I was buying $200 worth of stuff and they handed me this, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah. But it's all right. I mean, if you're into this stuff, into the houses of the world type stuff or like the flower store. I know I was talking to Skrills, I think she liked this one.
yeah. I mean, it's cute. It's
Yeah,
absolutely cute. But like I said, this is like if you told me if I spent like $100, I might look around to push myself over the 100, but like I would never
yeah,
this would not be the reason I would spend $200.
yeah. And then you look at all the houses of the world; those are all going for I think like 30 or 40 on the aftermarket.
Mhm.
I'd rather spend that than spend, you know, 200
Yeah.
on sets, especially if there aren't sets that I need or want to
And the
buy.
other thing that we have to keep in mind, I never build GWPs. I have a closet full of these things because for some reason, I just can't bring myself to open them.
Mm. Yeah, and you only open one if you already have a sealed one.
That or it's the Christmas one.
Yeah. So what we have to discuss next is gonna we're gonna see what you choose to do, Amber Lyle.
Oh, no.
Look, it's back. Micro Ninjago City. It's not a
When?
GWP.
What? How?
It's an
Where?
it's an
When?
insider rewards on March 1st on later tonight in a couple
Oh
of
my
hours.
god, I gotta log in at midnight.
Yeah. So comes from Brooklicker. He saw it on the sites in Europe, of course, because it's already out for them. But
Yeah.
2,700 points.
Oh,
That's
fudgy fudgertons.
that's a little over $20 in insider points, or
Are
like worth of insider points. Like you
there any printed
2,600.
pieces?
Hmm?
Are there any printed pieces?
No, not from what I can tell. I did see a review on this because someone got it from China because they released it early,
Uh-huh.
and there wasn't any exclusive pieces as far as I could tell. So in theory, you could part this together. At the very least, there's no exclusive prints. So
Oh, I
yeah,
wanted to spend money to get it. I didn't want to spend my points.
yeah. I mean, I did too, but I've got enough points for three of them. I'm very close to the having enough points for the fourth one, and this just means that I can make smaller purchases for now.
True,
Because
true.
if they follow the pattern of every 3 months, the next one will come out in June, which that's
Mm.
Brickworld Chicago. That's an expensive month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you
So
just okay, but no, here's the thing. No, you don't need to make smaller purchases. You need to make gigantic purchases to get another like 27 whatever 100 points so you can get it in 3 months.
unless you already have the points saved up, which I
Oh
do.
yeah, you said you already do. Never mind.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
those of us who don't,
Yeah. If you don't have the points saved up, then you've got some spending to do.
what when is double VIP?
We don't have one rumored yet, but hopefully
Like
it's
I
coming
can't
soon.
buy anything until double VIP. Like I can't I have to save every dollar for double VIP if I wanted to get these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
buy that poly bag. I need double VIP. Oh.
yeah, so I am glad to finally have news on this thing because it's been driving me crazy for about 2 months. Now that we know how they're gonna be released, I can plan accordingly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, do without double VIP, do we know how much you'd have to spend to get enough points for this?
Uh, I don't know actually. Well, let's see, I don't remember. Yeah, the math isn't working in my head. It's too late.
I don't know. Is it like 10? Like, do you
Let's
get
see.
10%
Let's
of the
where
price?
here we go. Star Wars set. This is $100.
Mhm.
650, which yeah, that's $5 worth of points. Yeah, that gets you $5 in points, 650. So yeah, you have to spend, it looks like a little over $200 to get 2,700 points.
So we were
So like,
essentially we were sort of right about how much you'd have to spend to get it.
yeah, yeah.
The
So
only
like,
the only difference
oh
is you
wait,
have to spend that, have it
hold on.
turn into VIP points, and
Wait, hold.
then
I No, it's not that. It's more than that.
it's more than that, right?
It's 400 because this is 14.95.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Where, where's a $400 set? Well,
You're
if
like, where's a $400 set?
goes to Star Wars immediately.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, there. Okay, 399
Yeah,
gunship.
we'll go to the gunship and see how many points it would have given us. Yeah, see 2,600. So you would have had to spend a little bit
Oh,
more to get to the threshold, to get to the number of VIP points you would
oh,
need.
TJ, I don't want to do the math on how much money you've spent with how many VIP points you have saved.
Well, I've been I've
Don't
bought
do the
during
math.
I've been doing double VIP in my defense.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
done double VIP a few times, which has
Oh my
helped. And I've
God.
also been
So,
when I don't even remember the last time I redeemed VIP points.
okay,
I
but
th
that okay,
It was July, last July.
okay, that's the thing. That's the thing here, okay? Because like literally you're going to have to like hope and pray for a double VIP
Yeah,
between each of these releases. And be willing to spend probably like $250.
yeah. Even with double VIP, you'd have to spend a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
no. Okay, so it's worse. It's worse than we thought.
Yeah,
It's much
but
worse.
when those rumors came out initially about the point system from China and it was like 8,500 points,
Hmm.
that would have been a lot worse. I think doing the math, you'd have to spend probably like a little under $2,000 to get enough VIP points for all four,
Oh wait, here we go.
assuming no double points.
Here we go.
Whereas,
Just buy Mario. Look, 2 times points on Lego Super Mario.
oh yeah, yeah, I did
Go
forget to
just go
talk about
buy
that.
some like just go buy some Super Mario
Yeah, there's gonna be double points on Mario sets from the 4th through the 11th.
for Mario Day.
Yeah, for Mario Day.
Why is it
But
Mario
yeah,
Day?
I
Is it
don't know.
just because March 10th sort of looks like Mario?
I think so.
Just checking.
Yeah, because it says Mario, March 10th.
Okay, just making sure that that was like what was happening there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad we finally have news. It's still expensive.
It's terribly
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I can't do that.
it's a little under, unless you've got VIP points or insider points or points saved up.
So I have a question though. Are the instructions for things that are done this way ever made available online?
They should be because, well, I would hope. Well, I don't actually know.
Because
That's a good question.
I have a couple of the what was the little like carousel looking rides, right? Like the
Yeah.
pirate ship. And I don't have the pirate ship. I actually missed out on that one. But I don't know that those I don't remember if those were ever online.
Well, because Houses of the World, even though it's that was a GWP and not
Hmm.
insider points, but it's similar enough.
Yeah.
Let's see, instructions. Okay, so they did put instructions. I don't know if that's
Okay.
from Lego officially.
Yeah, can we look
I
at them? I
believe.
just want to see how official they
Oh
look.
yeah, it is from
Oh,
Lego.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in theory, we should get instructions online for them,
Okay. But
and
what
then there'll be a parts list at some point.
yeah.
It may take a while because Lego always takes forever, or like Bricklink always takes forever, despite being
Yeah.
owned by Lego.
Yeah. Well, okay, but that's on purpose because they don't
Yeah,
want you to print it out. They want you to buy it.
yeah. I mean, I'll when I get this set, because I'm going to try and get this, I'll take a look
Mhm.
at the parts list and anything that doesn't look common, I'll look up
Mhm.
and see
Yeah,
if it exists at all. And if it doesn't, then I will let you know if it's buildable or not. I
yeah.
think by the time I get it, it'll probably be sold out, but
I was gonna say, I think by then it'll be too late, but
yeah. Or like, but I have a feeling there isn't going to be anything. Maybe there'll be like pieces that are hard to find, but I would hope that there's nothing impossible to find. Heck,
yeah,
I'm looking at this right now, and I'm already do the little like one by one slopes because I'm pretty sure that's what those are. The little one by one
yeah.
curved slopes. Do those exist in sand green? I hope so.
Well, they do now.
Oh, they do. They're in 11 sets. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I just hadn't seen them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's coming out. That's not too long now. But yeah, so 2,700 points.
Can't do that.
Uh,
I can't do that. I can't justify it. I can't.
yeah, I will say it's probably better to part it together,
Yeah.
like in the long run. To yeah, I mean, unless there was like an exclusive part in it, there's no
Yeah.
reason to really get it. I mean, I'm going to get it anyway because I'm a hardcore,
Well,
long-time
yes,
Ninjago
you
fan,
need to get it.
and I'm also Delulu. So yeah,
The what?
Delulu,
What does that mean?
delusional.
Oh my
We,
gosh. Okay.
yeah, we s-
I'm
we
learning.
say it on we say it with squirrels.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on the slang.
Yeah, so it's there. At least we have information on it now. I mean,
Yeah.
I may get the first one, decide it's too much of a hassle, and part together the other three. We'll see. And if that's the case, I'll toss the box for the first, or maybe I'll sell the box for the first one. Sell the box
Yeah.
and the
Sell the box.
instructions. Yeah, because I'm sure there'll be someone
Yeah.
else who parts this together and
Yeah.
wants the full set. So
Fair. Yeah.
yeah, so that is everything releasing. Lots of sets.
Nice.
Remove this. Lots of sets, lots of GWPs and promos and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have March 1st plans? Purchasing
Oh
plans?
man. Like so I'm in a crazy place as far as like money stuff goes where we've got some stuff that we're looking to do, so we are saving. So I have to be even more conscientious about
Mm.
like what I spend money on. I gotta be honest though, part of me wants to get that Ninjago one and build it with my kid.
Well, the Ninjago one, I'm assuming you're talking about the Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo, the big temple thing.
Yeah.
I would say that one will be around for a little bit, and you haven't seen the season from it yet, where it's
I
from.
don't care. It still looks fun to build and play with.
But if you wait for the season to come out, you could buy it then when you're really excited for it. And
Yeah,
it'll
but
still
by
be
then, like
by
the
then it
way
might be.
the way we're moving, like it'll be retired by then.
Oh, you guys are moving through Ninjago pretty quickly.
Doesn't
Quick
feel like
enough.
it.
That's It will not retire this year. It shouldn't.
Okay.
If it does, then I'll let you know and tell
Okay.
you to buy it.
That's
But
fair.
like
That's fair. It shouldn't retire this
you
year.
you
Yeah.
can buy it before you watch the show, but you don't have to buy it day one.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Maybe I'll get Marshall day 1.
Yeah. And then for me, the Kai mech is
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna buy that and redeem the points for the Micro Ninjago City and leave it at
Yeah.
that. Just to
Fair.
say like, hey, I got a March 1st set. And then you never know when there might be another GWP that pops up that I want. So it's good to save these bigger sets for those things.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But if I did get that, I'd get the adorable little I'd get Maple.
Yeah. Well, with the Animal Crossing,
Because I'll
I
open
mean,
a poly bag.
well, if you do this one, you could you'd either have to buy both of these because you have to get above 50,
Well,
or
not
buy
if I
this
get
one.
that Ninjago one. That Ninjago one's like
Well,
119 or
no,
something.
Ninjago isn't in the themes. It's
Oh,
only
Scooby snacks.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Forget it. That's not fair.
Well, I mean, you
Whatever.
can do Friends, Animal Crossing, Creator City, or
No,
Dreams.
no, I don't. I want Ninjago. Jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin. All right.
Yes.
All right. Enough of my complaining. Because otherwise this video will turn into a rant about stuff, which is not that's for the next Lego chat, not this Lego chat. All right. Well, thank you to everybody who watches and gets this far.
Yeah,
Um,
make sure you comment down below any favorites from the releasing March wave. I know there's a lot, and
yes.
what you are planning to or have purchased if you're watching this after, on or after March 1st.
Yes, yes, exactly. Exactly. Also would love to see some comments about what you all think about the especially if you're an Ninjago fan, about the not GWP, but turns out to be a insider's points based if you don't have double VIP like $400. Let us know. Let us know your
Yeah,
thoughts on that because that is crazy pants to me. And yeah, I'd like to know if maybe. I mean, as a Ninjago fan, I'm still like no, but of course,
yeah.
TJ. I mean,
It
it's
does
on
help that I've
brand. You have to.
yeah, it does help that I have the points saved up.
Exactly, exactly.
I'd
Like
probably
I
be
don't
a
even
bit
think I
more.
have enough.
I think I'd be a bit more upset if I didn't have the points for it.
Yeah, and so okay, one last rant about that before we say adieu. Um, what kind of sucks too is like you see this coming out, you realize you need these points, and you're willing to buy stuff to get the points, but like the points don't get awarded right away, right? Like it
Nope,
takes time to go through.
nope.
And so it could be sold out by the time you now have enough points. So
It
that's what
most
kind of,
likely will be.
yeah. So if you didn't come into this ready,
Yeah.
you're buying it on the aftermarket or you're parting it
See,
out.
yeah, I knew when these things first popped up, I had to save everything. Like
Yes.
everything. I've purchased like very few Lego sets so far this year. I would have purchased a couple of the big ones by now, but
Yeah.
I've been saving it all. Saving the
Yeah.
budget, saving everything.
Nice. All right. Well, TJ, why don't you just remind people where they can find you?
So people can find me on Twitch on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central on my Twitch channel, where I do, usually Lego builds. I will actually tease for this week, which is what day is that? The 4th, I believe. Yes, the 4th. So if you're watching this before the 4th, is my Taco Bell challenge stream. That's gonna be
Aha.
yeah, I'm gonna be trying to eat 12 Taco Bell tacos on stream, and we're gonna see how that goes.
Are you going to try to build with greasy taco hands?
No, I'll have
Oh,
plenty of napkins so that way I don't get because I'm
okay.
gonna
Just
be
just
building
curious.
the Ryu dragon. I don't want that to get all greasy.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. For me, who knows?
Make sure you have notifications on for
Yeah.
Amariah on both
It,
Twitch and
it,
YouTube because you never know when she's gonna go live.
you never know. So if you care at all, please make sure you have notifications on because, like, who knows? I'll just randomly pop up one day and be like, hey. All right. Well, thank you all for watching and happy release day and good luck to anybody who is, looking to get that reward points only. crossing my fingers you already had them.
Yeah. Yeah, best of luck, everyone.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.